My name's Hannah Kicklighter, and today I'm going to tell you why you should use Kramer's rule to solve linear equations. Be different like Kramer. Solve linear equations using Kramer's rule. Here's a history on Kramer's rule. The founder of Kramer's rule was a gentleman by the name of Gabriel Kramer. He was a Swiss mathematician that was born in Geneva. At the age of 18, he received his doctorate, and at age 20 was co-chair of mathematics at the University of Geneva. He published Kramer's rule in 1750, which was a formula for finding the solution of linear equations. He died 2 years later in 1752. So let's say we have a problem that says 2x minus y equals 10 and x plus 3y equals negative 9. This is called a system of equations. The goal of a system of equations problem is to find the solution set, which could be a number such as 3, 1, or 10, negative 5. Second order determinants look like this. And when you solve by determinants, it's called Kramer's rule. So for example, we could have a system of equations that says 6x minus 7y equals 47, and 2x plus 5y equals negative 21. Your first step is to take the 6 and the 2 and the negative 7 and the 5 and plug them into your denominator. Then, in your numerator, because you're solving for x, you're going to take the right side of the equation and plug it into where your x values would usually go. So you would put 47 and negative 21 in the x column. And then you would just drag down your negative 7 and your 5 to your y column because you're not solving for y. Then you're going to cross multiply the numerator and denominator sets of numbers. So 47 times 5 equals 235, and you're always going to subtract the numbers that you cross multiply. So it would be 235 minus 147, which is negative 21 times negative 7. Then for the denominator, 6 times 5 equals 30, and negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. So you would have 30 minus negative 14. 235 minus 147 is 88. 30 minus negative 14 is actually 30 plus 14, so it would be 44. 88 divided by 44 is 2, and you have just found your x value. Your next step is to figure out the y value. The denominator is always going to stay the same for your same system of equations, so you don't have to figure it out again. So you drag the 6 and the 2 down and put it into the x column because this time you're solving for y. And so you take the 47 and the negative 21 and plug them into the y column. Then you would put 44 as your denominator. Negative 21 times 6 is negative 126. 47 times 2 is 94. So 126 minus 94 equals negative 220. Negative 220 divided by 44 equals negative 5, and you just found your y value. And this is solving by Kramer's rule. There are other methods you could use to solve linear equations, such as a substitution, where you can have an equation like this, times the top equation by 5, the bottom times 3, get that weird equation, and then your y value would come out as negative 0.2926. Then you would just plug in that y value back into the original equation, find your x value, which is another crazy decimal, check your work, and just get a whole bunch of decimals. There's also another method, the graphing method. And so you would have an equation, oh, and there's a dog. You would put your equations into slope-intercept form and then graph them and find the point where they intersect. The thing about the graphing method is it isn't always accurate. Most of the time it isn't. So that's why you should use Kramer's rule, because it's accurate and easy. It's easy to remember once you've done it. And have you seen the matrix method? And that, folks, is why I think everybody should use Kramer's rule to solve linear equations. Be different like Kramer. Solve linear equations using Kramer's rule.